Hello and welcome to Rich Bitch Cooking. So today we are going to kind of give you some ideas on how to make, 24 meals and 7 snacks. It's going to be really fucking repetitive, so go cry a river that you're, you have a full belly with practically no money, but yeah. You can go walk it off. So these prices are a combination of what I looked up on Aldi's website or Walmart's website, or things that I know for sure from experience, oh, I bought that for whatever, a penny. Okay, so welcome. Now that we got that out of the way, the first idea to share with you is pretty much just pasta. It's the cheapest thing in the entire planet. So if you did $1, if you spent $1 at Aldi and spent another $1 at Aldi, let's say you spent $2 at Aldi, bought a thing of pasta sauce for $1 and a thing of pasta for another $1, you would essentially get 8 servings of pasta for $2.27. So that's dinner for every single day for a week plus one for $2.27 total, which is 28 cents a meal. Since there is more servings of pasta and less servings of sauce to compensate, I figure you could just do 3 of those servings could just be butter or olive oil or whatever, hot sauce. I've done hot sauce. I guess if you had ketchup packets, you could go there. Have you ever done that? Well, you're missing out. That shit's free. You could knock that to 24 cents, everybody. Coming up with ideas. Okay, so you could just say for 7 days, every night you could have pasta, and you would be squared away for a little over $2. Another idea I had. Another idea I had was bananas. Bananas are pretty fucking filling and really cheap. And bananas are really versatile, and especially when it's hot out and you want smoothies or banana ice cream or something, it's that's definitely the way to go. The Mexican stores seem to have it the cheapest. I guess I haven't really dug around to see who has what for what price, but from the Mexican store, I think it's usually 48 cents a pound. So 14 bananas is $2, and 14 bananas is 7 meals or 7 snacks essentially. And there's a lot of different ways you can I came up with 8 different ideas on how to do bananas. So there's more ideas than days in the week, which means every day you could do some unique thing. But if you had no fancy ingredients anywhere and you just froze bananas in the freezer, put it in a blender or put it in a food processor 7 days a week, that would totally be great. You could make popsicles, smoothies, banana ice cream, no extra ingredients. There you go. But you could do other things. If you had peanut butter or nut butter, if you had a little bit of flour, you could make banana bread, or you could make pancakes with bananas, if you had some eggs. Banana pudding, just mash that shit up. If you had a little bit of oil, throw that in, and that'd be more like pudding. But there you go, 8 snacks right there for $2, 48 cents a pound. Moving on. This is something I like a lot because it's so easy and it's pretty cheap. So throw in beans and rice and salsa and water in a skillet and just cook it and stir it a bunch so you don't burn it. I seem to burn it every time, but it's still edible on top. So I guess I should make a legitimate video for this, but essentially watch the video I made on making a bulk amount of dried beans and then putting them in your freezer, portioned up, ready to go. Take one of those portions of frozen but fully cooked beans, throw it in a skillet, take a half a cup of rice. This the idea if it's like one person serving. So you take a half a cup of rice, do half a cup of rice, 1 cup of water, and then a half a cup of salsa, and just cook it for like 30-40 minutes or something. Maybe even 25 minutes depending on your stove. But each meal would be right under $1. So for 7 days of rice, beans, salsa mixed into one, that's $6.75. So we could just say that we've already squared away your snacks, we've already squared away your dinner. This could be a lunch, or you could make it ahead of time and take it with you to your hard-working job. And Aldi and Trader Joe's seems to me to be where it's at for all that, for pretty much everything I'm talking about. Chicken. You like this picture? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is fancy. If you got Trader Joe's chicken, which is probably not the cheapest chicken out there, but it's what I buy, it's 40 ounces, it's 2.5 pounds for $7, so which is about 5.5 ounces a day, which is like $1 a day essentially. And just put it in whatever, put it in your pasta, put it in your grains and beans, or just, I don't know, eat it like a hippie by itself. Moving on. Pizza. If you bought 2 pizza doughs from Trader Joe's, and each you cut in half, the idea that this is an individual serving, you don't need a whole pound of pizza to yourself, unless you do. But let's assume this is 4 servings. So 2 pizza dough, 1 pasta sauce, 1 bag of cheese, and the pasta and the cheese would be from Aldi, and then the pizza dough would be from Trader Joe's. So that'd be 4 meals at 75 cents each. So you could have a 75-cent cheese pizza 4 days a week for a total of $6.38. So that gives you some variety. So not every day you're eating, pasta and beans and rice. All right, what else is on the list? So I had a breakfast idea. I was gonna give you a spiel about busting out some oats for like pennies, but on Aldi's website they have a box of packets and it's $1.49. So it's like, I'm not even gonna ask you to like take the time to measure a bunch of bullshit out. Like, buy one of the boxes for $1.50, has 10 packets in it. Let's assume, most days you want 2 packets, because they're probably kind of wimpy. So if you did 2 packets, that's 29 cents for breakfast, and that would last you 5 days a week. So I don't know, maybe I'll have pasta for one of those breakfasts. So long story short is we have 8 pasta dishes, 7 beans and rice dishes, 4 individual pizzas, 5 breakfast, oatmeal breakfast, 7 servings of bananas, and 7 servings of chicken, which is essentially 24 meals, 7 snacks, $26 total. And I guess there is the idea that you have more than $26, but you're trying to like lower, keep it on the low end. There's other things to enhance that. So you got all the cheap shit that you bulk up your meal with, and then you throw in like small amounts of other things. So, maybe coffee every day. If you got a cheap ass loaf of bread, some tortillas, hot sauce makes everything better. Buy a couple spices every week, build up your spice supply. More oil, since most of the stuff is pretty low fat or fat free. You're gonna want some more oil of some sort. Veggies are affordable. Go to the Mexican store. You could blow your mind with veggies, and potatoes are like $10 a dozen. So go buy like a billion potatoes. And peanut butter and jelly, I forgot to mention that. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich is like 50 cents. So you could go ahead and do that. And then the final idea is that there's more than just saving the amount you spend on food. You could essentially get free food out of the dumpster. We lived on dumpstered food for like 9 months straight, like only dumpstered food. I think all we bought was like beer for you, and like a bottle of wine once a week or whatever, and so that's all we paid for. So you could totally live on dumpster food if you don't act like a lame ass and assume it's all disgusting, because I'll link a video of some fresh produce that alone, you know, is a nice addition to a bunch of dried, you know, rice and beans and shit like that. And then last option, garden. Grow a garden. You in your tiny ass apartment, grow a massive garden. Yes. All right. Well, go fuck yourself.